We're here at Fred Norman's, and Fred has got a very interesting hobby. And as we go through the story, you'll see exactly what he does. One of his first items that he did as an hobby was make this what we'll call logman here. And they tell me that this logman sings during the night, and we're here during the day, so we're going to have to come back and visit some night to see exactly what they mean. They tell me he plays guitar and sings. So I'm not sure if that's just the myth of the night, but one of these days we'll find out. Yeah. And Fred, welcome, and thanks for letting us come down and disturb your day.
No, bye.
Now, the myth behind the logman here singing, there is a myth, right?
Yeah, it's just...
He doesn't actually sing?
No, we don't actually sing. We just done it just for the kids, eh? Like,
right.
Now there's a bunch of kids around. We only done just to amuse them, right? And put the string on, and you pull the string, get his arms to move, eh? And we had a lot of people slow down. There's a bad turn there. It slows everybody down, especially, you know.
Makes a lot of interest.
It do, yes.
Now, Fred, the main interest we came today is we found out that you got into the construction business, but the construction business of a different sort. You actually make log cabins, but you make them in the miniature style. Now, Fred...
yeah, it's just something that I get out of a book, eh? Like, if I'm looking at a book or a magazine, I see something I like, so I really would like to see it come to life. So I just blows it up in my head, and I finds a bit of stuff to do it with.
Now, what gave you the idea, Fred, to start in this stuff as an hobby?
Well, it's nothing to do. It's really nowhere to go. Go to mainland. I mean, you get work, but it's scarce. You know, dragging the kids around the mainland and stuff like that. What I can do, I don't know why I can't be home every night.
Right.
You know, and if it takes something like this to do it, I'd like to do it. I like looking at books, and if I can see something like that, I can blow it up. Yeah.
Now, Fred, have you ever thought about getting into this as a job or as an interest that you might draw tourists into seeing this type of thing?
I would like it, yes. You know, I don't want to leave the rock. And like I said, the air.
Now, can we go and have a look at one of the first cabins you built? And as we go, you'll see that you went a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger until you went to the last one, which is a fair-sized cabin. And then you'll tell us a little bit more about your next project. We understand is going to be a little bit bigger than the one you've got now.
Yeah.
So let's
bigger than that one.
Let's have a look at the first cabin you made. First cabin that you started. Can you tell us what gave you the idea to start this one?
Making stuff for the kids for Christmas.
So
that was the idea of it, to getting into it, right? Like, you buy them a toy or something, you only got it for 2 or 3 weeks.
Right.
Nice kind of a toy, expensive.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, he's going in the garbage. I can't send it back to Sears because it broke up. I can take it out of my shop and I can fix it.
But the personal touch to it too, I guess, makes it that much extra special?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a little bit of paint, a little bit of sand, a bit of glass, put a few towels on the floor, and everybody says, wow.
Now, mentioning the sand on the roof, can you tell us exactly what the purpose of, what the meaning is behind the sand?
Well, where they're miniatures, I couldn't really go with shingles because shingles is too big for what kind of work I'm doing. So I just go down to the beach down here in Nicky's Nose and fill up my 5-gallon bucket, and I can do it with the sand.
So this sand comes from the beach around this area?
Right in Nicky's Nose. Yeah. There's one place down there, I say, with the size of the garden. You go and you can muck off ton and ton of it.
And it looks like a very fine sand.
It is really fine. I don't even have to sift it.
Now, after this cabin, which one came next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Make them in the winter months, just for the kids, like in the summer. That, you know, I got one here. She can't walk, and she never did walk. But just to bring her out here and just let her sit down on a stool and just look.
Right.
I got kids here, they're always gone. More or less, the idea of it was for her.
No.
Her own little town on the garden.
Most of these things are built with the thought of your children in mind, so these are built to play with?
Yes. Just the kids coming around, looking at it.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you have a lot of people drive by, and because of the turn here, you're trying to slow people down. Have you had a lot of people stop with a lot of interest in seeing these things?
Yes, I have. Quite a bit, yeah.
Now, I understand nighttime you have them lit up.
Yes.
It draws quite a bit of interest nighttime.
Just about the majority of them is wired with small bulbs and that.
Now, we're going to move on from what looks to be, this one looks to be what you'd call a Western type log cabin,
Yeah.
which probably a lot of us would like to have. We also see a gazebo sitting here in the thing. Along with the cabins, I guess you need a gazebo. Now, where would we go from here, from the log cabin? Which would be the next one to move on to? Your next conquest?
That one there, that's the one I built my wife for Christmas.
The one with the horse?
Yeah.
Now, this one's got... Now, Fred, we're looking at a cab mirror that got a little bit more of a personal touch to it.
Yes.
Can you tell us what you built this one for?
Well, it was a couple months before Christmas. We didn't have not much idea what we were going to spend our money on at Christmas. So I said, well, you know, in my own head, why don't I build something with my hands instead of buying something that... So I come out and I started that one.
Now, inside, I'm not sure if Sean can get a good shot of it in there, but there's pictures of your personal family as people in it?
Yes, yeah. I got all my family in that one. I just cut them out of a picture album book, eh?
So now this one, I understand, sits in your living room most of the time?
Yes, yeah.
And the kids do a lot of playing with this one?
She puts it on the coffee table, and he's plugged in, the same thing as you turn on a bulb in the house. He's always lit up, that one.
Yeah. Now, one other thing that is a little bit different from the others we've seen, you've put a fireplace into this one.
Yeah.
Now, these fireplaces actually work?
Yes, they do work. I only just experimenting, that's all, you know.
Now, you actually see the fireplace working.
Okay, yeah.
Smoke coming up the chimney there in that one.
So yeah, it's a little eggs, eh? Powder, dry, something over the flame. That don't hold the flame very much, huh?
Oh, that's cool there. Now, Fred, you have 7 or 8 little houses here. Is this what you've made, or have you made more than this?
I've made more than that, yeah. I give them out for Christmas and birthdays, stuff like that. I just...
Now, we're going to take a walk over in a little while and look at the what you call the biggest one you've got done. But also, you got into making other things than log cabins. You've also been into trying to do a little bit of boat building.
Boat building, ships, freighters, Titanics. If I can see it and I like it, I'm pretty sure I can do it.
Now we're going to have a look at the Titanic that you got built. Sean turns around there and we'll walk over. We're not in that.
This one's old now, so she's going to build a wall. She wants to be done up there. Titanic, I got an idea that one was on a picture, right? That was quite a few years ago I done that one. It was a nice, I had a friend of mine, had a nice picture on the wall, almost size of that. And everything was brought out, detail.
Right.
So I borrowed a picture of him just to make that one. As a matter of fact, I made 2. And, you know, just for ornaments like.
Right. Now, Fred, what gave you the idea to put people in the cabins? As we see, I think Sean might be able to see there's people standing on the bridge, and there's flowers in the windows. You even went to putting the Cannon flag on the roof. What gave you the idea to go to that limit to put it there?
Well, if I wanted to do a cabin, that's the way I would like to have it.
Right.
You know, a nice little garden, flower pots, flowers. A cabin is no good if you got no people there.
Right. Now, even the detail inside has got to a point where you make the furniture and you put the sink and everything, even the bathroom
yes.
fixtures. Now, most of this stuff you get out of books and catalogs.
All the ideas I get out
Right.
of books, yeah. And everybody tells me too, like, okay, what about doing one with a hardwood floor? That should bring it out because I'm going with the wood look.
Right.
And then I do that, and then somebody else say, well, you should have a room over here and a room over here. You know, everybody gets together, and that's what it is. Just something to pass away at night. Or
Now, as you're doing this in your shed, Fred, I guess you have quite a few people drop in and
I do, yes.
and sort of pass the time.
Yeah.
Does this become a full-time hobby for you, or is this something that you'd like to get into for a living?
I'd like to get into it for a living. Like I said, where work is so scarce, and I'm getting that age now. I can't go to man, you know.
Right. Now, with this, if you're going to put them out in your garden, do you think you could tie this in with the museum that's in Irish Harbour and bring some tourists to the area?
I think there's a possibility we can work there, you know.
So, have you ever approached the Green Bay Tourism group up here in the Springdale Junction to let them know that you got this here and put it on as an idea that people come down and see?
No, I never ever took it that far. Just make it, and if you want to see it, they drive by. You know?
So now, you know, as people watch this here, you're going to be getting a few more visitors wanting to see it all, what it is,
Yeah.
and you're prepared for the extra
Oh yes.
viewers.
Well, I mean, that's the idea of building it. Like they said with the ball game one time, you build
Right.
it, they'll come. And I was going to try it in at the craft festival, just to see
Right.
what the people think, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing it, and I can make comfortable at it.
That's right. Now, you haven't got no price tags on none of this stuff, so I guess
No.
you'd be hard to price this. On an average, though, Fred, one cabin this size, so we're looking probably at between 3 and 4 feet for size. What do you think would be the time put into this?
You're looking at it roughly a month. So by the time you size the board, your glass, your tiles, your glue, like you can only be at it so long, and
Right.
then you give it up for a while,
Yeah.
and then you study it, and then everything falls in place when it's finished. It's not something that you can go at and say, well, I'm going to finish this Wednesday. You know.
That's right. But now, when the finished product is there, it's something that you're really proud of after complete.
Yeah, about 3 weeks, half an hour.
Right.
Yeah. By the time you cut your glass, get your sand, and
Now, for anybody who's watching this that would like, you're going to hopefully during the summer and on really nice nights, you're going to have them out in your yard,
yes.
lit up for
Oh,
people
for
to
sure,
watch.
Yeah. Well, that was the idea of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So if anybody is watching and wants to see it on a real nice night, the possibility of driving down there and you'll have them lit up for them.
I can light them up. I'm going to put a little pond here too sometime this summer,
Right.
a couple inches, just
Yeah.
to put the ribble on it. I'm going to put the street lights around. I'm going to make a little town in my garden.
So now if they're not lit up and somebody drives by and would like to see them, it's only drop in and knock
Only
on the
a
door.
second and I can light them up, yes. That wouldn't take no time.
Now thanks for letting us come down and take some time out of your schedule there. And I see you got another one under construction in there, so
Yeah.
you probably want to get back to doing that. And hopefully in the future you'll have quite a few people dropping by and say they saw it here on CC3.
Well, that's right. That's the idea. But, you know, just let the people see, eh? I mean, it's not that much work, but if the people see, you'd be surprised what you can do.
Right.
And put it on the garden all winter. It's amazing what you can do.
Right. Well, thanks again.
You're kind of welcome.
I'll close it off. Now you're looking at the inside of the cabin. You'll see it's almost down to the full detail. Now as you're watching this, remember that it's located in Langdon's Cove. If you want to drop by and see it, it'll be out for view day and night as long as the weather is good. And don't forget where you saw it. You saw it there on CC3. And keep your eyes tuned, because you might see it in the news anytime at all. See you later.